Hello everyone. In today's video, we're going to look at paraphrasing and summarizing. We're going to understand what it is and how to do it. First of all, why do we need to paraphrase or summarize? Because we don't want to plagiarize. And plagiarism is presenting someone else's work as your own. This can happen deliberately or by accident. So what exactly is plagiarism? It's copying and pasting information from a book, journal, article, website, just as it is. It's submitting work done by another student. It's not yours. When you take information from another source, or be it an article or website, journal, book, you need quotation marks. So when you don't use quotation marks, you're plagiarizing. And also, you need to say where the information comes from. That's citing correctly. The name of the author, the year, the journal. This is important information. And it tells the reader, these are not my ideas. I'm using them from somewhere else. But we can use other people's ideas. We do that when we paraphrase. We keep their ideas, but we change the words. And of course, give them credit for their work. So, for example, if we want to paraphrase this sentence, we can change the sentence structure or the word order. So we can go from passive to active or active to passive. For example, in 1976, Steve Jobs founded Apple. We can change this active sentence into a passive sentence. Apple was founded by Steve Jobs in 1976. We kept the key information. Steve Jobs, Steve Jobs. Apple, Apple. 1976, 1976. Founded, was founded. We can use synonyms. We can change the word founded to established or began. Or we can put ideas together. Steve Jobs founded Apple in 1976. He was a young innovator from California. We're adding information. As a young visionary, young innovator, Steve Jobs established, founded Apple in 1976. So how do we do it? Well, first of all, we need to understand the sentence or the text. If we don't understand, we cannot paraphrase. And that's when we often, I'll just copy and paste this, maybe nobody will notice. Well, that's not really a good idea. So what do? Mark and highlight your key ideas, the terms, the things that you need to keep, like Steve Jobs, like 1976. You can't change those. You cannot paraphrase them. You cannot use other words for them. Then rewrite the main ideas in your own words. Change the sentence structure. Use some synonyms. Put ideas together. Combine 2 or 3 sentences. And then go back and check that your work has similar meaning. So let's take a look at an example. Teenagers are hurt by raising the minimum wage in 2 ways. Smith, 2015. And we're going to look at a poor paraphrase. Teens are wounded by increasing the minimum salary in 2 fashions. Well, it's the same sentence structure. Minimum wage, minimum salary, not the same. Hurt, wounded. Yes, they're similar synonyms, but they mean something different. Wounded is very physical, and they weren't wounded. They were hurt in a metaphorically way. So, incorrect synonyms, didn't keep the key concept, and again, it's following the same exact sentence structure. So let's take a look at another example. For 2 reasons, Smith, 2015, argues that increasing the minimum wage negatively affects workers aged 16 to 19. So why is this a good one? Well, it's got good synonyms. Teenagers, workers aged 16 to 19. Hurts, negatively affects, negatively affects. It has a new sentence structure. And the key concept, minimum wage, is kept. So let's look at a long example. For example, the idea of gray goo, that long section of the article that we read that explains what it is. So we want to summarize that idea in just one paragraph. So what would be a possible paragraph that paraphrases that long part of the text? Gray goo, our key term, we need to keep that, is a negative term in nanotechnology that is used to refer to an end-of-the-world scenario by nanobots, as explained by Woodford, 2014, in Nanotechnology in Overview. So now we're citing the source of the information, Woodford, the year, the name of the article. Eric Drexler was the first to coin this expression. The phenomenon predicts that what may happen if humans were to lose control of nanobots. A possible outcome might be the total destruction of life as we know it. The nanobots would accomplish this by eliminating every molecule. The fear of gray goo could be a reason for not taking nanotechnology to the next level, e.g., nano-artificial intelligence, instead of that very long sentence. However, Woodford argues that technological progress requires taking risks. So here we've summarized a long section into one paragraph. So what do we need to remember about paraphrasing? It's a shortened version of a passage or a sentence. It's written in your own words. It keeps the author's main points, and we give credit to the author wherever it is relevant.